What goes through your head to be that cool?
To start off, I would say I have a bit of cough and cold, so I won't sound very nice and I'll keep coughing. But the reality is, I can't blame it on Delhi. Ki Delhi mein hawa kharab hai, that's why I'm having this cough and cold. I have it for the last few days, so nothing related to that. It's good to be here. It's a pleasure coming here. काफी time के बाद मैं Delhi आ रहा हूँ. And now to answer what you asked, I think I am as each and every individual is. We all feel the frustration. We all feel the irritation when things are not going our way. But what is important is, does frustration lead to anything that is good for the team? What at that point of time, what I am thinking is what needs to be done. गलती हो सकती है किसी इंडिविजुअल से हुई हो या पूरी टीम से हुई हो कि जो भी हमारा प्लान था, maybe we didn't execute our plans well. Whatever the format may be, T20 हो, Test cricket हो या 50 over format हो. So I like to get into the process again. What can be done right now, depending on the situation. Test match में you have 2 innings, so at times you get slightly longer duration to plan out your next move. One day में थोड़ा time constraint होता है. T20 में everything happens very quickly, so the demands are very different. But I would say that I feel equally frustrated. I also feel angry at times. I feel disappointed. But what is important is none of these are constructive. What needs to be done right now is more important than any of these emotions. So when I get into the thinking of what needs to be, Nabi mujhe kya karna hai, what is the next thing that I can plan, who is the individual I can use, and once I get into it, I'm controlling my emotions in a much better way. So I would say I'm like everyone else. It's just that I control my emotions slightly better than some of the other individuals, because I feel human beings have a lot of emotions, and especially us Indians, we thrive on emotions. So, it will be wrong to say that, these are something that doesn't come to my mind. Yes, I also face each and everything, but I always felt that my emotions should be under my control. And if I'm able to do that, then my thinking will be more constructive, and also it will help me think more about the process than the result, because result can put undue pressure on the individual or as a team in the full.
Thank you, MS. What did you seek to achieve when you were pulling together the team? What in your mind makes a great winning team? And did you really think that when you went in to play that T20 the first time round, that you were going to emerge as world champion?
As there was something very particular about that T20 World Cup. Bowl out was one of the things, and before that we have never practiced bowl out. So what we did as a team was, whenever we went for practice, we said to start the practice off, we'll have a bowl out, whether it's before the warm-up or after the warm-up, because we may need, or there may come a situation where we may have to do a bowl out session, after a game if it's a tie. And we said, it's very clear, yes, it is for fun, but at the same time, whoever hits the wicket most number of times, they will be the ones who will be used if the situation arises. It has nothing to do with, I'm a bowler, this is my job, I will do it. I was like, no, again, it's like a performance thing. We'll keep doing it every day, and whoever has the best hit ratio will be the ones who will be used. And we started in that way, and we never realized actually that in the first few games itself, against the Pakistan game, there'll be a bowl out session. So a lot of people ask me, we used a lot of bowlers who were in the bowl out, who were not regular bowlers or who won't have been the first preference. And I was like, we picked the ones who were best equipped, or who practiced the best, or who gave us the best result, because it was something that was very unusual for us. But we prepared in a way that we were ready for it. So similarly, throughout the T20 World Cup, it was very interesting that it was the first time the T20 World Cup was played. We had not played a a lot of games before that. So we had a lot of challenges in front of us, how to approach the game, so we wanted to be more expressive on the field. And ultimately, winning or losing, it comes to each and every individual who's part of the team. Everybody, when you play a team sport, everybody has a role and responsibility. And I felt throughout the T20 World Cup, the roles and responsibilities that were given to individuals, it was fulfilled to the best manner possible. And that was the reason, because of which we won the tournament. It's not always about few of the individuals, performing a lot better than the whole lot. What you want is everybody to contribute. That one wicket at that right moment, a good run out, an outstanding catch. These are the things that can really shift the momentum of the game. And we were able to do that. Whenever there was a tough scenario, we had an individual who rose up to the occasion and performed well for the team. So these were the things we are looking for. We are not looking at the result. Yes, we wanted to win the tournament, but we are not looking at the result. What we said was, we'll take care of the small things. I still remember almost from that South Africa game, everything was like a knockout game. When we were playing against South Africa, it was one of the greenest wicket or most lively wicket, one of the most lively that I had seen in the shortest of format. But again, few of the individuals, they batted well. We got just enough runs on the board, but then the bowlers took over, and they in fact put so much pressure on the South African batsmen that they were not able to qualify. If they would have won, they would have easily qualified. Then there was a scenario where they needed to score some 120 runs or something. Even if they lose, they would have qualified for the next stage. But ultimately, we bundled them up for something, because of which they were not even able to get into the next stage. So I think, as a team, we did very well. And I always felt, whenever you're playing a team sport, your team needs to perform. Yes, there will be games where one individual or two individuals will win you the game. But the moment it comes to winning a tournament, everybody needs to contribute, and at a substantial level. So I felt, T20 was that was a great tournament to start that off. And we were just more expressive on the field, and we were better prepared to deal with different situations, compared to some of the other teams.